Okay, so I've wanted to do this video for quite a while actually. Around 2018 I was setting it up, and it was a real big deal at the time. This, not, people boo-hoo Lance Armstrong now, but at the time this was a really big deal. Lance came to Adelaide in 2009, 2010. Now this was a 2010 Twitter ride. He actually tweeted out for everyone to join him down Glenelg in South Australia here for a Twitter ride, and I've actually still got the outfit that I wore. So I'll just show you this quickly. There's the yellow helmet, Met helmet, and still got the Australian kit I used in one of my other videos. I'll put up there about my power output and pretending to go to the Tokyo Olympics, which is quite funny. And another treat I've got. If you've ever seen my outro, this is the jersey I was wearing. You can see how small it is. I won't be able to fit into that anymore, that's for sure. It was very tight on me, and it was very thin. I was very thin back then. So anyway, let's get on to this. So probably the best way to do this is to go in like a timeline type way to do it, I'd say. So I'll get the Safari browser up, because Livestrong, they did a little clip here, so this will give you an idea of how big this event was. He shows how many people turned up. It was 5,000 plus riders basically, and I'll tell you how I actually got to ride with Lance and get to the front of these 5,000 riders in a minute as well. So here we go.
Hey everyone, and greetings from South Australia. Today we're in Glenelg, getting ready for the start of Lance's Twitter ride. As you can kind of see, we'll show you here, I would say already there's a couple thousand people here, and they're still just now starting to stream in.
Yeah, so basically there was heaps of people, and I brought my camera gear, as you can see in the photo. Here, oh no, that's not the one. Preview 3. I've got the backpack on. You'll see it in this preview 4 here. I've got my backpack on because I actually brought my camera and took some photos of Lance, and you'll see here one of the photos I took. So he was on the podium. I thought I'd take some photos and just ride with him afterwards. So that's one of the sample of one of the photos I took on the day. And so we'll get back to the clip here. And it's quite interesting. So he talks about, I won't play it all, otherwise we'll get copyright ID'd, but we'll flick through it quickly.
This is going to be here in about 15 minutes. We'll bring you that mayhem. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous day here.
That's quite nice.
We're glad to be a part of this. We're going to have some fun, and it'll be interesting to see who can jockey for positions and get up there and ride with Lance, Robbie.
That was me. So Lance was there, Robbie McEwen. So we'll flick through. He was talking to some people there at the start. Let's show the credits. One of the organisers, SA Tourism lady there. Let's see if we can show the crowd. Let's just up a little bit further, I'd say. You'll see him. So there's the interview of Lance.
I think it's important for the people to enjoy a beautiful day like this, get on their bikes, enjoy the roads, come together as cyclists.
Surprised by the sheer numbers of people here today.
Yeah, I thought it was a big crowd back there just saying the words, and then I realized it's even bigger over here. So
And this obviously means double.
We had a good time in Dublin, but this crushed it.
Does it encourage you to come back?
Yeah, we love it. We love it.
Tell me, I've heard crowd.
So talking to the police there. Just up here you'll see how many riders there were as they take off. And I'll tell you how I got into the front. There we go.
See you. We'll talk to you soon. Ciao for now.
So it was just so many riders, man. I'm telling you, it was crazy. There's a Texas flag in the background there. So there we go. So I managed to get to the front because, as you can see in my first photo there, preview 2. Yeah, so I was taking photos of Lance, and how do I explain this? It was near the. It's like a little harbour type area where where all the boats moor and everything. So I was riding. I got my gear, put it in the backpack, and just there was just people everywhere. It was about, I reckon it was about 10,000 people. I'm not kidding. It was just crazy amount of people. So I was riding along a place called Padawalunga, and I was looking up. I was going, oh, there's, and I was trying to find Lance, because I was thinking, okay, he's not going to go south. He's not going to go east into the city because there's too much traffic, so he has to go north, right? Because I totally lost him. I didn't know where he was. He just was off stage, and everyone was just, it was just mayhem. So I was cruising down the side of we'll call it like the river. It's not really a river. And I was looking up, and I saw a big crowd, and I thought, okay, that's Lance. So what I did, sneaky me, I'll probably show you, preview 3. So you see the police here. I actually just cruised up to behind the police bikes, and I said to the police, "Oh, can I stay here? Is this okay if I stay here?" And he goes, "Yeah, as long as you don't get in front of me, mate. You can stay here." So basically, while Lance was getting interviewed, and you see in that other clip, while Lance was getting interviewed, I was just staying behind the police motorbikes here, and basically Lance came to me. He rode up. Towards the motorbikes, and I just slipped in and said, "How you going, Lance?" and had a bit of a chat. So that's me chatting with Lance right there, and you can see the amount of people behind was just crazy, man. Just absolutely crazy amount of people. And I'll show you another clip, another photo here. Now these photos I got from Sarah Reed from the advertiser. She was kind enough to send me copies of them, because I know Sarah quite well. And actually got her into cycling photography through Graham Watson, quite a well-known cycling photographer if you're into cycling photography. And so she thanked me and sent these photos along. So that's me in the Australian jersey with the backpack on. And I think I'm talking about EPA here. I was saying to Lance, you're making your comeback. Just take the little bit of EPA, just microdose, mate. Don't inject the whole lot in. No, I can't even remember what we're talking about. Just saying that it's nice weather in Adelaide and good day for a ride and all that sort of thing. So everyone was totally jealous that I got up to the front here and was chatting to Lance, even though everyone hates him now. So we had Robbie McEwen to the left of Lance there, his left, our right, and everyone was there in their Discovery tops and everything. So it was a pretty cool day, I must say. So I'll show you a clip. I actually asked cycling. I saw a clip. Where are we? There we go. So I actually wrote to Mark Ferguson, who's the owner of Cycling Maven, he's called, and I saw his clip. Online. And I just wrote to him saying, I noticed myself in the footage of the 2010 Lance Armstrong Twitter ride. I'm the guy in the backpack, an Australian team kit. Can I use the footage in any future YouTube video? And he wrote back to me. He goes, "Of course you can. Thanks for asking, mate. That's a rare quality these days. 8 years ago, hard to believe. Hey, chat soon, Mark." So I'll leave a link to his cycling channel there. You can and the actual video as well. So we'll play the video. So he's given me permission to use it. And here he is. Whoops. Quick time video here. So this is Cycling Maven's video. And some interesting things happen in this video, which we'll point out. So it starts off here. So Lance Armstrong's Twitter ride, Adelaide 2010. Here we go. You can see me right there in the centre of the frame with my backpack on. And right away, I'll just play it and I'll just explain what's going on here. You're sort of thinking, what the hell has just happened there? So what was going on was we had these massive riders coming down heading north along the coast here in Adelaide. And this twit, this driver's decided to do a U-turn right in front of us, right in front of the police motorbikes, right in front of everyone. And you'll see here, you'll spot me. Where are we? There you go. You'll see me right at. If you look at the front of the car there, you can see my backpack. I managed to avoid it. Lance was to the right of me there. He managed to avoid it. But that was like the season-ending near miss for sure. Because he could have just cleaned up. I think it was. I'm not going to say if it was a man or a woman. They could have cleaned up everyone. It's just this most stupid thing. Should have just parked on the side of the road and just let us, we would have negotiated the car, no worries. There we go. A few choice words were spoken, I think. There we go, I'm on the right here. Lance Armstrong's butt. These aren't my comments. See Robbie and George Hincapie there. Oops. Back a bit. So basically, let's go back here. So I'll explain what was going on here. So this was a few minutes into the ride because after that incident with the car, I said to Lance, we should just put the gas down and get rid of quite a few people here because it's getting too dangerous with that many people. So we put the gas down and we're hitting like 50 k's an hour along here, and that pretty much burnt off 99% of the riders. And I tell you what, it was tough keeping up with Lance because I had my backpack on, and I ended up being pushed over the other side of the road. So I was riding on my own. There was a big pack along the edge there, and going through roundabouts and all sorts of things. So it was a bit of a crazy ride, that's for sure. So that's Hincapie. Recognise the shops. Let's go back a bit. Yeah, to Copenhagen, that's where everyone gets their ice cream. So that's Henley Square, quite well known in Adelaide. Probably about 5 k's in there. So yeah, not many people left now. There's me. Old Walrus, 11 years ago. So he's going national champion. With the question marks, like no, it wasn't national champion. It's just a jersey that my ex-girlfriend gave me, the kit, because it was basically the only size that fitted me, because I'm a big boy, and that was the only size that fitted, so that's what I got. Usually they at the Tour Down Under, you can actually see the camera's almost falling out there, out the top there. Yeah, at the Tour Down Under they usually sell. This is Santini kit, usually sell at a discount price, and so it's worth getting a full kit. I think it was only about $120. So there we go. Still got the old smooth pedal action from all the years racing. No, not national champion. Absolutely cruising there. I think I was quite pleased with myself that we managed to get rid of all the riders there, because it was pretty dangerous. There was actually a crash. There was actually a crash before. I think that was it before the car incident or after? There was a guy on a pedal bike, a hand pedal bike, and he had the flag up, but I think people didn't see him very well, and they smashed into the back of him and caused a bit of a pile up. So I think it was at that stage I told Lance, let's get going, man. let's thin it out a bit, because it was just as you can see by the photo. Where is, I think it's number 3 here. You can see by the photo that's very early on in the ride. That on the right hand side there you'll see the revolving restaurant building, so that's pretty close to where the ride started. So just on the left there, you've got the Padawalunga, we'll call it a river, something more like a sort of lake. But yeah, that was fairly early on, and you can see how cruisy we are. Even the little kids are keeping up with us there, in between myself and Lance. You can see little kids. So we were just cruising there, and it just got a bit dangerous. So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. I actually rode with Eddie Merckx as well on my... how old was I back then? It was 2012. Yeah, I was 41. My 41st birthday. Actually, on my birthday, I rode with Eddie. So I'll do a video on that too. So one of the perks of living in Adelaide, you get to ride with all the stars, all the ex-pros that turn up. We had Miguel Indurain turn up. I don't think he rode anywhere though. Got some photos of him on the podium as well. Greg LeMond, Bernardino turned up one year as well. They didn't do any rides, but yeah, Lance and Eddie Merckx, they both did public rides, so you could tag along with them, and yeah, it's quite an experience. I know, lots of people hate Lance, but despite all the doping and everything, he managed to get through 7 Tour de France's without crashing, which I think is quite a feat in itself. So love him or hate him, he definitely had a bit of luck on his side, didn't he? Alright guys, so don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I'll leave some links in the description so you can check out the videos, and I'll see you next time. Cheers mate, see ya.